Hi guys, this is Bad Gamer Cat. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. We are here in a brand new Let's Play of The Sims 4. I am trying a new challenge, sort of, and it is the Decades Challenge. And as you can see here, we are going back in time. So I found this cute little house, this part where I'm circling right here on the gallery, and it came with this little house right here and this little outhouse, and I added on to it a little bit, and I added the fence and the pond and so much custom content, you have no idea. But before we go looking at that, let me show you the challenge. So here we have the original challenge by Zombie Cleo. It is on the Sims forums. Here is the website address, and it was made way back in 2015. So basically, she said you start in the 1890s, and I wanted to show the changing world in real time, which means the challenge starts out with some limits in marriage regarding to race and gender. You can totally choose to ignore those and any other rules. These are just the things I'm playing with. Each new decade starts with the children growing into young adults, or teens if you prefer. So the 1890s will last until the children born in the 1890s grow into young adults, and then we will start the new decade, which will be the 1900s, which is kind of weird because it takes a lot more than 10 years for a child to grow, but it'll be a lot easier for the challenge because it's a lot of work looking for all the custom content. Fun, but a lot of work. But anyway, I'm just going lightly based on this challenge. So here are the rules. May only marry within their ethnicity, may only marry and have a relationship with the opposite gender, outside toilets, no electricity, must always try for a baby, no woohooing. Girls born may only have the creativity bonus, which I disagree with because a lot of girls were smart. Women take care of the children and tidy the house. They may help with the garden. Female children may only move out once married. Male heirs only. If there are no boys, a married girl's husband may inherit. Wooden furniture only. No upholstered beds, only quilts and blankets. Not sure how I feel about that part either. Old-fashioned stove and fridge, or a pantry. No showers, only bathtubs. No jobs. Money made through gardening, painting, or woodworking. Wooden walls and floors. Houses must be decorated with impressionist or classic paintings. Okay? And then in the 1900s, it's basically the same, except for electric lighting is allowed, wallpaper is allowed, upholstery is allowed, phonographic music player is allowed, and jobs for males are allowed. And business careers only allowed to level 6. Culinary only to level 5. Entertainer is open. And then there's the 1910s, and it goes on and on. And a year later, I don't know how to say this name, Kakero Naruse, maybe, rebooted the challenge. So if you want to check that out, so there's a lot more rules, and I think I'm gonna go with more the original challenge, because the original challenge doesn't really put any limit on money for starting them out. Once you can build whatever you want to get them started, and then limit the money, which is what I did before I read this. And just for the wallpaper thing, where is it? Victorian wallpaper was a real thing. It was a big thing, and it happened. Victorian era started in 1837, ended in 1901, and 1890 is basically the end of the Victorian era, like very close to the end. So they would have had wallpaper if they had the money to afford it, because they were already there were already knockoffs to the wallpaper. Like, they probably couldn't have afforded William Morris wallpaper, but there would have been knockoffs already. So, you know, people who, like the Olsons Mercantile, for, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Olson, they could have afforded wallpaper. That type of thing. And that's the other thing. Little House on the Prairie. The dates of Little House on the Prairie are from 1870 to 1894. And when I think of Victorian life in America or Canada, I think of Little House on the Prairie. So, my Decades Challenge is probably not starting in the 1890s. It's probably more the 1870s, 1880s, around there. Also, for clothing, here's a Sears catalog that I found. This is what some of the children's clothing look like. The short pants for kids. I had a hard time finding that. It was really easy to find dresses for the little girls. And this is a late, I think this was like 1895 Sears. I can't remember. Let's go look at the cover. 1897. So this is like way later. So yeah. So I was just looking at this. I thought it was really cool. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested in history, looking at old catalogs is super fun. I looked everywhere for a stove like this. I couldn't find it. I really wanted one like this, kind of like what Ma had on Little House on the Prairie. Anyway, I downloaded so much custom content. It's unbelievable. I even took out a membership in the Sims Resource. Let me see. Yeah, they have a lot of free things, but downloading it free was taking forever. So I paid to become, I think it's becoming a Patreon, I don't remember. So you can download all kinds of things. So if you put Decades Challenge, different things come up. There's different houses, different clothing styles. You have to kind of look through everything. The other thing I looked up was Pioneer and Victorian. So I found this cool coat and downloaded it. But you have to really look through a lot of stuff. So I found this cool outfit for for swimwear. I don't think I got this one. Let's install it right now. Okay, guys, so here's my custom content manager, which you get when you join the Sims Resource, and look how much stuff I downloaded. So if I just click on something, this is all the stuff I downloaded. I can't even get to the end. Yeah, here's the faded wall treatment that we just did right now. I also downloaded some eyes and eyeliner and beards and even dog eyes. All kinds of things. I don't know what made me download this Tea Time Toast. I just went crazy. I don't usually use a lot of custom content. So yeah, I had fun. So anyway, I just want to make sure this went in. I don't know if it did. And these are basically recolors of the address that came with Get Famous. But I will take them. But yeah, I have this code in the game already. I love it. And it comes in so many different colors. So anyway, this is what I'm basically doing for the majority of my custom content. But I also did find other stuff online. But the problem with that is I was getting a lot of spyware. So thankfully I have a good virus scanner that was picking it up, but I kind of got scared, so I'm basically just staying with everything I could find from the Sim Resources now, because there was just too much spyware coming onto my computer. So if anyone knows of a safe place without spyware to get custom content, please let me know, because I'm new to that. How pretty these little houses are. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I did. So the Decades Challenge for me is going to be more starting out in Pioneer times. And the clothing is going to be anything that looks old-fashioned. So it might be from the mid 1800s to the late 1800s to the early 1900s. I don't know. So yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. So I also we are in, I can never remember the name of this place, but the one with the pets. What is the name of the town that has all of the pets? Let's go to Manage Worlds. Just go to Manage Worlds. Oh, maybe I better save just in case. Okay, so we are playing in Brindleton Bay. And I changed everything that I could except for a few empty lots and a few houses that are empty. But we'll be seeing this, but I put in Victorian shops. Almost everything I found on the gallery, you guys. And I changed this Cat Scratch Cafe and House, and this is a Pupper's Paw Cafe. The names are still the same, but they're all now Victorian looking or Middle Ages looking, but old. They're old looking. I've got a rich family here that I found on the gallery, and I moved them into this giant house. We've got a little church here with a school built in, and I think it's a museum or a gallery, but it's like a public place where people can go. This is our house. We are the Beckers, John and Mary, with their little dog, and these are the Collinses. These are one of their neighbors. This is a really cool family. We'll get to meet them. But basically, it's an elderly, two elderly sisters and the little girl that one of the women adopted with her husband when they were older, and then the husband died, and now these two women are running in the store that used to be owned by the husband, and they're trying to raise this child. So those are going to be some neighbors. See, I already broke the mold. I wanted to go off script and not just have couples, because I thought people did die, and these are elderly people, and yeah. So I kept the vet clinic. We're just not going to go there at all, but I was worried about all the animals getting sick, so I'll probably eventually just change it so it looks old and Victorian-y, but for now we're just going to avoid it. Same with this park, but I put in a park here from the gallery. It's called the All Plants Garden and Park, and I changed it up a little bit as much as I could to make it fit for this. And this is a giant grand Victorian park. And over here we have another little family, a young family. So that is the town, and I thought it was pretty because it looks so woodsy. It looks so rural. It doesn't have, this is the only really built up area here. I couldn't get rid of these buildings, unfortunately. So we're just going to pretend that they're not there. So anyway, let's jump in and check out the Beckers. And if you want to find the original house on the gallery, it is a little prairie house. All right, so let's take a look at our lot. So it's all fenced in to keep the animals in. And we have a little pond here that we can swim in, I hope. I haven't tested it. So I just kind of made this little pond. It's a swimming pool, and I tried to disguise it to look more like a pond. And we have a little campsite area here, and the Milson John, the first thing he did when I moved them in was light a fire and sit down because he has the outdoor trait. He was very happy. So I really think that's really cool. And do you see this pump here? This is a custom content. It's not really a water pump. It is really a sprinkler system. So if there's a fire, they won't burn their whole house down. And let's go around to the back. This is the outhouse. And I watched a few. The only reason I know about this challenge is because I happened to see some on YouTube, and I watched some people playing. I watched the first few episodes of a few Let's Players, and I noticed they all put the bathtub in the outhouse. I gotta tell you, they've never used an outhouse. Outhouses stink to high heaven. You would never put your bathtub in an outhouse. And I know because we have a cottage. It's camp, so it's like a really rustic cabin. And they've had an outhouse for years and years. And yeah, you do not want to put a bathtub in the same room as your outhouse. You would have a separate room. But I found this on the gallery, which is really cool. So this is going to be our outhouse. And here's a little crate. And I did put toilet paper, but they used to use Sears catalogs, or well, catalogs. And I found this on the gallery. Isn't that cute? So this is a sink. So I haven't seen it used yet, but I'm really excited. We have our candle lights. And if I come outside, I also have these lanterns that have candles in them. I really love them. I think they're so cool. And this is the outside of a rack that I have the other half on the inside of the house. But I thought that's cool because you would also have racks on the outside of the house sometimes. So I just left it. And over here, see these logs? This is the thermostat where you could set the house to warmer or cooler. Because I don't want my Sims to have to wear their coats in the house. And we do have a fireplace. And I will be showing you the house shortly. I remodeled the house. So I added on this part here. And I found these animals. These are all custom content. So this is supposedly a working chicken coop. I haven't tested it yet. And these are just decorations. That is a mama pig decoration and a baby pig, and they can be taken out or put in. And they have so many different recolors. So you can make them pink, you can make them spotted. They're just really cute. And all of this stuff, this is all custom content. All I did was I Googled custom content for Victorian life, pioneer life, 1800s, decades challenge. So these are all decorations as well, these chickens. Oops. These are not supposed to be just decorations. You're supposed to interact with them. And I also found some chickens that just walk around, and I put them here, and when we start the game, we should see them. And there's two kinds of horses. I think this one is a decoration, and this one is a bike. So I think this horse might be rideable. At least that's what I read. And this is the barn / shed. And I found these, this is just part of the game, these really cool lanterns. So let's go down. And I found this really cool bathtub. So I might get rid of some of the stuff in here. I just put it in because I wanted to test it to see if it works. But I will definitely keep the bathtub. And we've got the laundry stuff that I'll be keeping. I'll be keeping the woodworking bench. But I'm not sure if the candle thing will work. I don't remember. I've never really used the candle making thing. But I think we might need some of the eco-living stuff that's not pioneering. So I might have to delete that. And this is a canning station that I found. On the gallery. Not on the gallery. Custom content. Just, I don't remember where I found it. And it came with these racks. So I don't know how that works. So we'll see. And we'll see if we're going to keep that. And of course, this is from the laundry pack. Yeah. So that is what this little barn looks like. And after they have kids, we can make an upstairs and put a room upstairs in the barn. And let's go next door here. Here is the house. And it looks like our Sims are waking up. So this house is from the gallery, this portion of the house. But I did change things. I found this custom content bed. It's so cool. And it's got this beautiful, this is like a separate thing. It's like a blanket that you could put on it, which I thought was neat. And I bought the Country Kitchen stuff pack. I just bought it today. So I had this totally different, but now I put the Country Living stuff pack in here. So here's the new stove. It's really cool. Here's a new sink. I know we don't have plumbing, but we're pretending that this is like one of those hand cramp pump sinks where you're pumping the water from the well. So that's what we are doing there. And look at the little apples. The only thing I don't like about it is it came with these shelves. And it came with these shelves, and I paid money for it. And you can't put anything on those shelves. So even with the move objects on, I couldn't put anything in or on these shelves, which is such a shame. Because when I got into custom content, you could put everything on the shelves. And for the fireplace here, this is also custom content. I just put an easy chair and a rocking chair. And we've got the knitting stuff over here. And I put a bunch of shelves so that if the canning and the candle making works and the flower making or whatever, if we buy the flower arranging thing, we can put stuff on the shelves, hopefully. And I've got a bunch of really cool things that I found for custom content, like eggs and apples and potatoes. And these are just decorations, but they look really nice. And I'm just hoping everything will work okay, because I haven't tested this lot. And there's more stuff over here on this shelf. There's the nifty knitting stuff. And here's the animal. Yeah. This is a mutt. It's a very cute dog. Just let me quickly show you. They've got a little mini bookcase. They've got more shelves over here. And if we go up a floor, and spin around a little bit, there's another room here. For when we have kids, this is the loft. So hopefully we won't have to make it too much bigger anytime soon. I do want to get them going on having children. So the other thing I wanted to show you is I found this cool swing that you just can put under trees. I'm just going to put that so it goes back. And this is going to be where our garden is. And this well is, it's a mod from the Eco Living. This would be that water collector. Only instead of being a water collector, it looks like a well, which is pretty cool. But I'm not playing off the grid because they can't cook off the grid anything except for stew. And so it's not an off the grid thing. And here's the beehive. And I found this really cute wagon. So I just think this is really adorable. And if you'll see here, there's a sign. It's a little parking lot for a cow. So we are going to be saving money for a cow, but it's very expensive. But that is one of the things I hope we can do, is to save money for a cow. So let's go take a look at our Sims. It says she's asleep, but she's definitely not asleep. So I'm going to go into MC Command Center and do modify householding cast.
Web.
She's so cute. Okay, let's do John first, since we're being old-fashioned. So this is John Becker. He's in his PJs right now, but isn't he cute? He is so handsome. So I downloaded the hair and the eyebrows and the eyes and the beard and skin tones, and I think he looks great. He's really handsome. So John, he wants to be a freelance botanist, and he loves the outdoors. He's family-oriented, and he is a maker. And here are his outfits. I couldn't find as many good outfits for boys as I could find for girls. But he's a farmer, so I thought this is fitting. So this is his everyday outfit. And isn't he handsome? This is his formal. You know, he reminds me of Dean Winchester from Supernatural. He's not. I just randomized Sims and made him myself, and I just changed him with the hair and everything. But yeah, I think he looks a lot like Dean Winchester. He's very handsome. Here's his athletic wear. Here's his sleepwear. Here's his party wear. It's the same as his formal wear. only with his cowboy hat on. And here's his swimwear. And this is his hot weather wear. And here is his cold weather wear. So, yeah, I think he looks really great. I have to find more custom content for the men. I thought I had downloaded a really nice jacket for the men to wear, but I couldn't find it. It might be this. No, but I don't like that for him as much. Like, that is sharp, but I like that. So, yeah, we're going to keep him at that. So, here is his wife, Mary. And Mary wants to have one big happy family. She's got the domestic trait. She is family oriented. She is a music lover. And she is neat. And let's see. Let's click on her. Here is her everyday. She has 2 everyday. They're almost exactly the same, except for one has her bonnet. Oh, I've made it a different color. It was supposed to be the same dress. Oh, well. I'll have to fix that later. Or I guess she could have 2 different color dresses. I just wanted it to be the same except for with a hat and not a hat. Here's her formal wear. Isn't that adorable? Here is her athletic wear. And here is her sleepwear. And here is her party wear. Isn't that cute? And here is her swimwear. I love that so much. And her hot weather wear. Ooh. And her cold weather wear. There's her little jacket. She looks like Ma Ingalls. It was so hard for me to not call them Charles and Caroline. But then I would have wanted to make them look exactly like it. And I found so much really beautiful CC. So it was much easier to find for girls, for women, than for men. And this is Bobby Becker. And yes, I Googled to find what the common names were for dogs in the 1890s. And a lot of them were named Bob. So here's Bob. He's a mixed breed. He is a hunter. He is adventurous. And he's loyal. And he's so cute. And I just basically randomized dogs until I found one I thought was cute. And I wanted a mutt. I didn't want a purebred because they're a poorer couple. So for the purposes of this, let's jump right back in. All right, you guys. So for the purposes of this story, Mary is from a more well-off family. And they weren't exactly thrilled when she decided to marry John because John is from a poorer family. However, John had one thing going for him. He is the eldest son and he inherited this farm. So they decided to let their daughter marry him because even though he's cash poor, or he will be in a second, he is land rich. So even though it's not a cute Victorian house like her parents lived in, they had a really big, beautiful house, supposedly. And this is just really like a little cabin in the woods. But they decided that they were going to let her marry him. So that is what happened. And it says he's asleep even though he's standing there. So let's get... Oh, they're going to sleep. That's why. Pretty sure she needs to use the washroom in a major way. So let's see if she'll go use that washroom without wetting herself. Mary, you better run. She gonna use the back door or the front door? She's gonna use the back door. Let's go with her. I haven't seen anyone use the outhouse yet. And John also has to use the... John, get off your phone. So, I really want to see her wash her hands. Oh, okay, so she's just going to shove her hands into the thing. Oh, that's a shame. I know it was too much to ask that they would pour the water, but... Okay, Mary, what are you doing now? Oh, she's going to go take a piece. Yeah, the people brought fruit loaf for her, and, I canceled it because I didn't want her meeting the people, because the people who came, I hadn't changed them to Victorian people yet. They were just the regular people. So I canceled that interaction, you know, when they come and visit. So they're just eating leftovers right now, I guess. Oh no, she took a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And a ham and cheese sandwich. So I have to get her to cook. Isn't this house cute? Anyway, before we get into the actual gameplay, I'm going to stop here, you guys. This was just the introduction to it. And the actual gameplay will happen in the next episode. So I hope you're excited about this. I am. And I'm really excited about it. Alright, thank you so much for spending time with me. Let me know what you think of this. Alright, take care and stay safe. Bye for now.